Hi my friends, Sam Villa here. I want to share with you a way to create a fringe that is a soft edge but yet has a sense of weight to it. It really makes it pliable. It's all about the tool of choice and the way that it's cut. So we've taken out a triangle section of our fringe. Next, because we're going to cut dry, we're going to work with our REDKEN Glow Dry. It's just going to buffer that section as I'm working with a razor. So it's very important that we're working with just a small amount. So it's just basically just tapping the glow dry. And now it's all about emulsifying. So I'm going to get a lot of friction going so that when I place the oil into the hair, I'm going to get a nice application, a nice separation all the way through that. I'm going to start placing my palm of my hand where I'm going to basically cut that length. Remember, I'm using that just as a buffer. That's all I'm doing. Okay? Once we've got that, we're ready to cut. We're going to work with our tail comb, and we're going to use the tail comb to section. Why? Because I want to create a zigzag. Let the zigzag create the texture for you, and the razor alter the texture of the hair shaft. So let's take our first section, starting towards the perimeter. We're going to weave up and down just like a highlight. Always wanted to be a colorist. And we take our zigzag section. We're going to take our clip, just move that to the side, and we're going to take the clip with the legs up so that it secures that. Next, we're going to work with our razor. The blade of choice is going to be the straight edge blade. Going to use that blade. Now we're going to hold this quite different. We're going to hold the razor as if I'm writing my name. So it's very soft. Remember, the razor has emotion of its own. The tighter I grip this, the more I'm going to be taking out some hair, really aggressive with the razor. The razor is all about a soft touch. Once we're here, we're going to come through. We're going to go to our desired length. Now watch the edge of the razor. All I'm going to do is just come through and just sketch as I go through. I'll give you a profile view of that and also take a look at the top view as we're working across. So you can see I'm going to work from the left to the right. So I'm going to go through where I want my length. The razor comes in and it's just strokes. I'm just taking strokes as I work across. Notice that my left hand is not moving. The angle of the blade of the razor is very, very critical. So it's almost like this little circular motion as I'm going through and cutting this fringe. Okay? My next section. Our second section, once again, we're going to come through with the tail comb. Working with the tail comb. And we're going to weave that through. Okay? Notice I'm going to work with my second section. With the second section, we're going to give it a degree of elevation. So we're going to take our guide from underneath. And once I weaved, if you're not comfortable with the tail comb, which I'm not at the moment, then come back and reach for your cutting comb. Why? Because that's all fine teeth. I want a little bit more wide teeth in this just to release the tension. Come back through. Notice I've elevated the section slightly. So we want to go through and elevate. Let's take a little bit look from the top, from the front view. Okay, there's my guide. Remember, the idea is the texture, the zigzag section is going to make each layer that I'm creating, the level of layers I'm creating, they're going to be very soft. So let's go to the second section. Coming through, underneath, I'm going to work with the wide teeth of the comb, just so I don't get too much tension. You can see there's our guide. Now, this time what we're going to do is we're going to extend our stroke. So I want to extend the stroke. The more that we extend the stroke with the razor, the softer the edge. Once again, I'm going to work, just so you can see, I'm going to work from left to right. Now I want you to notice how big the circular sections are this time as I work my way through. And I'm just getting a very soft edge to that. Sometimes we can go in and we can point cut this, but once again, there's a difference between a blunt edge and a razored edge. It's making that edge of the hair shaft itself a little bit more pliable. Our last section. Once again, we're going to take this and we're going to elevate just even slightly higher than that second slice. So once again, let's come through underneath. And once again, you're going to hold your razor as if you're writing your name. And once again, very soft, and we're going to extend that stroke a little bit more. Take a look at the top view. And you'll see that my circular motions are even more as I'm coming through on this top surface. Now let's take a look. You can see, look at the top surface, the degree of shortness, and I'm getting slightly longer, so I get just a very nice chewy edge if you want. We're now going to work with our InvisiBlend. Now the InvisiBlend is a very unique tool to create a very soft textured edge once again. This is an over-polished edge, so it's very dull. Sorry if I'm scaring you there, but it's very dull. It's not sharp. The teeth are the sharpest part of the tool. When I close, the hair is being pushed into a tooth that gives me a scalped effect, versus a blending shear that gives you a very blunt effect with each tooth. So we're going to come through, we're going to start in the center with a vertical section. Remember, we're working just on the edge. I don't want to go inside and take weight, so I'm coming just on the edge. I close and I slide out. Going to come over to the outside section, just on the edge vertically, close and slide out. And once again, on the outside of her left side, coming in vertically, and just on the edge, closing and sliding out. So now, when you look at this, look how when you look at, you can almost see through that section. That's what's so great about going in and taking a different approach on a fringe to add weight and create a soft edge. Thanks for watching. Have some fun behind the chair and take a different approach.